One of the things that I find people worry about the most is the activities in their dreams and what those activities mean. And oftentimes people are left with no other choice but to seek someone's assistance in helping them interpret those dreams, etc., etc. But I thought I would pop in here and share just two things. One is how to protect yourself in your dreams, and also how to interpret your dreams. In terms of protecting yourself in the dream space, I find that as a way to enter your sleep time, it is good to actually say, if you, whether it's Allah, it's God, it's whomsoever, ancestors, guides, angels, and you say, "Dear Creator, please protect me in my sleep, protect me in my dreams, as you do in my waking life." I find that this has a way, you say that 3 times, and it just has a way of settling your spirit. And if you wish to be more specific, you are allowed to be. But I think oftentimes human beings approach the world of the great ones of Banbuktanga, original consciousness, in a way where they think that they have to over explain a lot. You don't even have to say anything, but the words are there for our comfort because human beings need that. And so you can be as specific as you want, but you do not need to be, because as well, you do not want to constrain your own consciousness around that which you see, which speaks to the second thing that I want to speak about how do you interpret your dreams. Oftentimes, your dreams are a mirror. They are there to reflect something that you need to face. One of the greatest things that holds human beings back is fear. And so you will have a lot of dreams that make you feel afraid. And often, if they are interpreted within that context of fear, a lot of misinterpretations can come to the fore. Yes, you can be warned about people, you can be all sorts of things, but like I've said previously, a lot of things in life have to do more with being in balance and something being out of balance. The oppositing of things, and good and bad, best and worst, those are very human concepts. And so it is not a thing about what is good or what is bad. It's just about balance and imbalance, where you are as a soul, as a spirit, in your journey of life and in your journey of love. And so oftentimes when people have to be out, when they leave our lives, it's not necessarily that they were doing something terrible to us or that they are terrible people. It just simply means that it's time to do this for a bit, and perhaps this might happen again, but also it is all right if it does not. And so here is a quick example of how fear may be portrayed within your dream space. Is you are actually being shown that you're about to get a new job, but how you perceive it is you no longer being at your current job. And so if you have any issues around perhaps not feeling good enough or feeling abandoned, you might have suspicions that you might get fired in your workplace. You can think that perhaps someone does something to you that is terrible within the workplace that's causing you to lose your job, particularly if within that dream space, let's say your current boss. So to represent your new boss, you will still see the face of your old boss within this new job. And so because you're approaching it with so much fear, perhaps you carry the fear that you might lose your job. And so because you come in with that consciousness into your dream space, when you are shown a new job, so to represent a boss, they will obviously use someone who you recognize as a boss. But if you pay attention, this is what I always advise people as well when you come out of your dream, is instead of being quick to think that this person is this person within your dream space, is to pay attention to their energy. Because oftentimes you'll find that, let's say it's someone who is very loving, but in the dream they felt very antagonistic, or someone who is antagonistic, your current boss perhaps very divisive, and very, just someone who sets you off a bit. And so, but the energy of this boss, who in your dream space appears to be your current boss, is someone who seems very amenable and very kind. And so then you know that, oh, it's not about your current boss. But with misinterpretation, very quickly it can be that your current boss is doing something to make sure that you lose your job. Whereas what is realistically happening with your current boss is perhaps they are going through a stage where they feel stuck. Perhaps their salary is not what they were hoping they were hoping it would be at this point in their lives, or even just about receiving market related compensation. Perhaps it's all the nonsense, all the politics that they have to deal with in exco meetings, etc., etc. Or maybe they just don't like you. You're just not a good fit together, whatever it might be. But it can be then very easy to believe the misinterpretation of your dream. So it is very important all the time to look at your dreams always. It does not matter who the face appears to be. Always sit with yourself and say, but how did that person's energy feel? Did it feel like that person? And also, sometimes when you are being given a message about a mother figure, it can be represented as your mother, or it's someone who is not your mother, but they feel like a mother. And so it's those kinds of ways, because dreams are actually very sacred, a sacred channel of communication between those who came before us and ourselves. And it's a communion, it's a sacred conversation. And so it is not really open to outsiders interpreting your dreams. And you would have to find a soul that you know is a soulmate that you chose to encounter in this lifetime, to help you, actually not so much help you interpret a dream, they should help empower you to learn how to interpret your own dreams. So let's not always think that people are against us or things that are against us. Usually our dreams are guidances. If we've been asking for a new job, a new relationship, a new this, a new that, or just to come out of something, particularly when we're stuck, we'll be shown all of that which lies within us, which is holding us back. And sometimes that can be reflected in the faces of people. I mean, it is quite a practice learning how, but it can very easily be taught. And I'm always open. Like I always say, you want a quick, how can I will send you a little template. I'm very open. You go to my website, via WhatsApp, via TikTok, via email, via WhatsApp. You can find all my platforms, but it's probably much more reliable to email me or to click on my WhatsApp icon to just share this knowledge, to say this is how you can go about it. Because to return to that original consciousness, it's not about so much about learning our history, it's about learning ourselves and returning to that original consciousness of full knowing and full self-mastery. All right, darlings. Thank you for your time. As always, cuddles, giggles. Cuddles, giggles. Hugs. I always do that with the cuddles and the hugs. But anyway, forward kisses all the time. Be well. Mwah. Love you, darlings.